So now what we need to do is that we need to make a request to the API and get the movies from the API and display them in our website. So the first thing that we need to do in order to accomplish that is that we need to import the requests module, because this requests module will let us make HTTP requests and get data from the API. So after I have imported this requests module, we need to use it. So in the home page, what I'm going to do, in the main function, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this requests and then .get, which is the function that will make a GET request, and then I'm going to pass the API URL. So the URL, you can get the URL, your URL from the API service that that I'm going to be using in this course. And as you can see, the structure is going to be like this: the service, the website or the service itself, and then the API key, and then the parameter that we will be passing. I'm going to be using the search, because the search will get us an array of results. So this is the endpoint, or the URL that you need to use. So this the website itself, and then / and then question mark, and then API key, and then equals to your API key, and then S for search, which is this parameter, and then equals to the name of the movie that you want to search for. So I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to be searching for this movie, Batman. So I'm going to copy this URL, and then in our project, I'm going to paste it. And this is obviously going to return an array. As you can see, let me zoom in. It's going to return an array that has a key of search, and then this array has objects. Each object represents a movie. So we have this first movie, and then a second movie, this one, and then we have this one, as you can see, and then we have a third one, and each of these movies has the Batman keyword in it, in the title, because we are searching for Batman movies. And this is just by default, I'm going to be searching for this for Batman, because if we search for nothing, we are going to get nothing. So after we make a request, I'm going to store the result in a variable called raw data. And then what we want to do here is that we want to convert this to JSON. So I'm going to say here raw data.json. This is very, very important to transfer or convert this raw data into JSON. And then I'm going to store the result in a variable called movies, and then equals to raw.json. And now we have this movies, and this movies is nothing but this. It represents this JSON object. So it represents this JSON object that has a key called search, and that key is an array. So we need to access this search, but in order to access it, we need to access it in the home page. So what we need to do is that we need to pass this movies into the home page. So I'm going to say here comma, and then I'm going to pass movies then equals to movies. So the key is movies, and the value is movies, which is this movies, which is a JSON. And now in the home page, what we need to do is that we need to loop over all of these movies. We need to loop over all of these movies, because this is a JSON, and it has an array inside it called search. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to create a loop. We need to loop over these movies here. But how can we do that? Well, in Flask, in order to loop over an array in the HTML, you need to type this code, first curly braces, and then percentages, and then for, and then the movie, and then in movies. But this movies is not an array. This movies is a JSON. As I have shown you, this is a JSON. So we need to access the search, which is an array. So I'm going to say here movies, and then dot search with a capital S, because the key here has a capital S. So here again, for each movie in for each movie in movies.search, in that array, in that array, in that big array. What we want is that we want to get each single movie, and then we want to get and pull out the title and the year and the ID, the type, the poster, all of these things. So here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get for each iteration, we are going to get a single movie, and for each single movie, we want to get the movie dot title, because the key is title. And we also need the year, and we also need the poster. And the poster is an image, is a URL to the image to be displayed in our website. So we want here also to display, instead of this text, we want to display the year. So I'm going to say double curly braces and then movie dot year with a capital Y. And finally, we want to display the image here in the source. So I'm going to say double curly braces and then movie dot poster. And finally, don't forget to end this for, because this for is a block. So here at the end, we need to type curly braces and then percentages and then end for. Now, if you save everything and head on over to the browser, and now if you refresh your website, guess what? You are going to get, as you can see, all of these movies that contain the Batman keyword in them.